Hello everyone, my name is James and today I'm going to be talking to you about research and strategy conducted by Birguid. One of the first things that we do, which is fundamental to the work that we do for our clients, is the conduct of research. So what research basically uncovers is whether there is an opportunity, how big the opportunity is, and what the competition is doing in relation to that opportunity. I think what's important for us as an organization is to try and uncover opportunities that are addressable, and in addition to being addressable, I think finding the key points that our clients should look for in terms of positioning, as well as taking full advantage of the market opportunity that we present to them. So that's the importance of research, which is the first step in the work that we do. So a lot of the users of our research are people who are tasked with growing the business, whether it be increasing sales, increasing profitability, exploring new markets, testing whether a product that has worked within one market now works within, would work within, for example, the South African market. So a lot of the users of our research are people that are tasked with growing revenue as well as profitability of a business, either short-term, medium-term, or long-term. When we're done with putting the research together, I think that the next step is qualifying whether the opportunity is worth pursuing or exploring. Because what you find is that sometimes after we've conducted research, what clients may have thought was an opportunity isn't necessarily an opportunity. And people might look at it as a waste, but in essence, it really isn't a waste, because once you're informed on whether there is an opportunity or not, you're now able to reallocate your resources if there isn't an opportunity, or commit more resources if there is an opportunity. So the next step after identifying and recommending opportunities is qualifying the opportunity, and post-qualification of the opportunity, we either encourage client or recommend to client to invest more into the opportunity or reallocate the resources to probably a sector where they were doing well or are doing well. So a lot of the smaller entities or enterprises don't usually engage with us on account that they do not have the budget to conduct research. But I think it's always important for due diligence as well as a lot of research to go into whatever business idea you're looking to explore. You're never too small to start conducting research, and if you can't afford it, or maybe you don't have the budget for you to do the research, it is always important to do your own research, via desktop methods, and try and figure out the market before you actually commit any resources to it. It's always important for you to have an evidence base whenever you're committing or planning to use resources to build a business, progress it, and make sure that it's profitable. So long story short, you're never too small to start conducting research, and it's always, I think it's an important and necessary step before you take the dive to go into business. I think one of the other important questions that I get asked is, what are the linkages between research and strategy? So what research provides is your evidence base. And once you have an evidence base, you now transition into saying, okay, let's put a plan of action in place to effectively fully exploit the opportunity that we've identified. You can put a strategy together without research, but I wouldn't recommend it, because you don't know how big of an evidence base you're dealing with, or how big of an opportunity you're dealing with for you to be able to commit resources and allocate resources for the exploitation of that opportunity. So the linkages for us between research and strategy is, first, you need to know how big the market is, you need to know who your competition is, you need to know who the key end users are, and then use that as a frame of reference for you to put a winning strategy together. So those are the linkages between research and strategy, and the importance for you to first conduct research, and then after that transition it into an evidence-based, easily addressable, and simple to execute strategy. After putting a strategy together, I think the most important thing to do is, because we are very big on research, it's also to evaluate whether your strategy is working or it isn't working. It isn't a good point or strategy for you to have a strategy in place, start rolling it out, and not evaluate it from day one. the day that you start executing a strategy should also be the day that you also focus on whether that strategy is working or not. And if it isn't working, you start asking questions to say, is the strategy being implemented as intended or not? Or are there variations that have taken place and how do we correct or fix those variations to ensure that we continue to roll out the strategy as planned? So research is good in that it informs the strategy, and then when you're rolling out the strategy, research is good in that it evaluates or assesses and monitors the strategy to ensure that it's being implemented as intended. Thank you so much, guys. That was just a quick overview of the work that we do from a research and strategic viewpoint. For more information, visit our website at www.birguid.co.za. Thank you.